There's a stream problem?
It's back. You fixed it.
Alright.
I think your computer just went to sleep.
I actually think I put on a JoJo OP song for the chat and nothing that crashed the thing.
Amazing, you did
By
it.
the way, mics are on.
Yeah, I know. Hello, bye. I'm back. We have 2 minutes left. You can still... Yeah, trans rights! Trans rights, everyone. Because we have so like the stream and all the actors are so diverse from all around the world. That's amazing, and so many trans people as well, and LGBT people. I think we also have lots of people of color, so that's great. Yeah, the majority of the cast is trans, I think, and we have a straight person. Yeah, that's. I think that's what like popular theater should be. Bless our token straight. Token head. Oh yeah, no, we do have 3 people. All right, what?
Are we ready to get started?
I think so. Is everyone ready? Okay, it seems to be all right. So we are going to get back on drawing and acting. I tell you, my tablet is really reluctant to draw, so it's a miracle. The stage is yours. I'll mute myself.
All right. Act 4, Scene 1, a church. Enter Don Pedro, Don John, Leonardo, Friar Francis, Claudio, Benedict, Hero, Beatrice, and attendants.
Come, Friar Francis, be brief, only to the plain form of marriage, and you shall recount their particular duties afterwards.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady.
To be... Wait, what?
Claudio?
No.
We have a tiny audio problem now. Are you okay?
No.
To be married to her, Friar, you come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count.
I do.
If either of you should know any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any, hero?
None, my lord?
Know you any, count?
I dare make his answer, none.
What men dare do? What men daily do, not knowing what they do?
How now? Interjections? Why then, some be of laughing, as ha ha he.
And thee, by, friar. Father, by your leave, free and unconstrained soul, give me this maid, your daughter.
as freely, son, as God did give her me.
Wait, hold on.
Come back.
Is he okay?
And what have I to give you back? Those whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold, how like a maid she blushes here. Oh, what authority and show of truth can cunning sin cover itself with? Come not that blood as modest evidence to witness simple virtue? Would you not swear all that you see her, that she were a maid, by this exterior shows, but she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord, if you, in your own proof, have vanquished the resistance of her youth and made defeat of her virginity,
I know what you would say. If I have known her, you will say she did embrace me as a husband, and so accentuate the forehand sin. No, Leonardo, I have never tempted her with word too large, but as a brother to his sister, showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Out on thee, seeming! I will write against it. You seem to me as Dian in her orb, as chaste as the bud is ere it be blown, but you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus or those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide?
sweet prince, why speak not you?
How should I speak? I stand dishonored that have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
They are spoken, and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
True. Oh God!
Leonardo, stand I here? Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face heroes? Are our eyes now our own?
All this is so, but what of this, my lord?
Let me move but one question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly power that you have her in her, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee do so, as thou art my child.
Oh God, defend me! How I'm beset. What kind of cat sing is call you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry, that can hero. Hero itself can blot out hero's virtue. What man was he talks with you yesternight? Out at your window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why then, are you no maiden, Leonardo? I am sorry you must hear upon mine honor. Myself, my brother, and this grieved count did hear her at that hour last night, talk of a ruffian at her chamber window, who hath indeed most like a liberal villain confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Aye, fie, they are not to be named, my lord, nor to be spoken of. There is not chastity enough in language without offence to utter them. Lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, hero, what a hero hadst thou been if half thy outward graces had been placed about thy thoughts and thy counsels of thy heart. But fare thee well, most thou, most fair, farewell. Thou pure in piety and in pious purity, for thee I'll lock up all the gates of love, and turn on my eyelids shall conjecture hang, to turn all beauty into thoughts of harm, and never shall it be more gracious.
Have no man's dagger here a point for me.
Hero faints.
Why, how now, cousin? Wherefore sink you down?
Let us go. These things come thus to light. Smother her spirits up.
Don Pedro, Don John, and Claudio exit.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, uncle! Hero! Why, hero? Uncle, Senior Benedict, Friar!
O fate, take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that may be wished for.
How now, cousin hero?
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why, doth not every earthly thing cry shame upon her could she here deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not live, hero, do not ope thine eyes, for did I think thou wouldst not quickly die, I thought thy spirits were stronger than thy shames. Myself would, on the rearward of reproaches, strike at thy life. Grieved I had but one child, I for that frugal nature's frame. Oh, one too much by thee, why had I one? Why ever wast thou lovely in my eyes? Why had I not with charitable hand took up a beggar's issue at my gates, whose much thus, admired with infamy, I might have said no part of it is mine. This shame derives itself from unknown loins. But mine I loved, and mine I praised, and mine that I was proud of, mine so much that I myself was to myself not mine, valuing of her. Why she, oh, she is fallen into a pit of ink, that the wide sea have drops too few to wash her clean again, and salt too little, which may season give to her foul tainted flesh.
Sir, sir, be patient. For my part, I'm so attired in wonder I know not what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied!
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed! Confirmed! Oh, that is stronger maid, which was before barred up with ribs of iron. Would the two princes lie, and Claudio lie, who loved her so that speaking of her foulness, washed it with tears? Hence from her, let her die.
Hear me a little, for I've only been silent so long and given way unto this course of fortune. By noting of the lady I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start into her face. 1,000 innocent shames in angel whiteness beat away those blushes, and in her eye there hath appeared a fire. Burn the arrows that these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my reading, nor my observations, which with experimental seal doth warrant the tenor of my book. Trust not my age, my reverence, calling, nor divinity, if this sweet lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
Friar, it cannot be. Thou seest all that all the grace that she hath left is that she will not add to her damnation a sin of perjury. She not denies it. Why seekst thou then to cover with excuse that which appears in proper nakedness?
Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that to accuse me, I know none. If I know more than any man alive, then that which makes maiden modesty doth word. But all my sins lack mercy. Oh, my father, prove that any man with me conversed at hours unmet, or that I yesternight maintained a change of words with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There is some strange misprision in the princes.
Two of them have the very bent of honour, and if their wisdoms be misled, in this the practice of it lives in John the Bastard, whose spirits toil in frame of villainies.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her. If they wrong her honour, the proudest of them shall well hear of it. Time hath not yet so dried this blood of mine, nor age so eat up my invention, nor fortune made such havoc of my means, nor my bad life bereft me so much of friends, but they shall find, awaked in such a kind, both strength of limb and policy of mind, ability in means, and choice of friends to quit me of them thoroughly.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here the prince is left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument hang mournful epitaphs, and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What shall become of this? What will this do?
Marry, this well carried shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good, but not for that dream I on this strange course, but on this travail look for greater birth. She, dying, as it must be so maintained, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer, for it falls out that what we have we prize not to the worth whiles we enjoy it, but being lacked and lost, why, then we rack the value, then we find the virtue that possession would not show us whiles it was ours. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination, and every lovely organ of her life shall become apparelled in more precious habit, more moving, delicate, and full of life into the eye and prospect of the soul, than when she lived indeed. Then shall he mourn. If ever love had interest in his liver, and wished he had not so accused her. No, though he thought his accusation true. Let this be so, and doubt not but success will fashion the event in better shape than I can lay down in likelihood. But if all aim but this be levelled false, the supposition of the lady's death will quench the wonder of her infamy, and if it sort not well, you may conceal her, as best befits her wounded reputation, in some reclusive and religious life, out of all eyes, tongues, minds, and injuries.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you. And though you know my inwardness and love is very much unto the prince and Claudio, yet, by mine honour, I will deal in this as secretively and justly as your soul should with your body.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented. Presently away, but a strange source strangely they strain the cure. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day perhaps is but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
All leave except for Benedict and Beatrice.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
How much might the man deserve of me that would write?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world as well as you. Is not that strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say I loved nothing so well as you, but believing me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no source that can be devised to it. I protest. I love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Ha! Not for the wide world.
You'd kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no loving you. Nay, I pray you, let me go.
Beatrice.
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with my enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approving the height of villain that has slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What, bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor! Oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man out at a window, proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Sweet hero! She is wrong, she is slandered. She is undone. Princes and counties, surely Prince Tesla, goodly Count Confect. A sweet gallant, surely. Oh, that I were a man for his sake, or that I had any friend who would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into courtesies, valor into compliment, and men are only turned into tongue, and trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules, that only tell a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, good Beatrice. By this hand, I love thee.
Use it for my love, some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul that Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand, and so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so, farewell.
They exit. Scene 2. A prison. Enter Dogberry, Verges, and Sexton in gowns, and the watch with Conrad and Horatio.
Is our whole assembly appeared?
Oh, a stool and a cushion for the sexton.
Which be the malefactors?
Marry, that am I and my partner.
Nay, that's certain. We have the exhibition to examine.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Yea, Mary, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Horatio.
Pray write down Horatio. Yours, Sarah?
I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrad.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yes, sir, we hope.
Write down that they hope they serve God, and write God first, for God defend, but God should go before such villains. Master, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves, and 'twill go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Marry, sir, we say we are none.
A marvelous witty fellow, I assure you, but I will go about with him. Come you hither, sirrah, a word in your ear. Sir, I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves.
Sir, I say to you, we are none.
Well, stand aside. For God, they are both in a tale. Have you writ down that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call for the watch that are their accused.
Yea, Mary, that's DF this way. Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. Why, this is flat perjury to call a prince's brother a villain.
Master Constable.
Pray thee, fellow, peace. I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
Marry, that he had received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary, as ever was committed.
Ah, ye! By mass, that it is!
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean upon his words to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
Oh, villain, that would be condemned to everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
That is all.
And this is more, masters, that you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of this suddenly die. Master Constable, let this man be bound and brought to Leonatos. I will go before and show him their examination.
Come,
Sexton exits.
come, let them be opinioned.
Let them be in the hands.
Off, coxcomb!
God's my life! Where is the sexton? Let him write down the prince's officer, coxcomb! Come, bind them, thou naughty varlet!
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass! But, masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it be not written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. No, thou villain, thou art full of piety, as shall be proved upon thee by good witness. I am a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more, a pretty piece of flesh as any is in Messina.
Oh, yes.
And one that knows the law. Go to, and a rich fellow, go to, and a fellow that hath had losses, and one that hath 2 gowns, and everything handsome about him.
Absolutely.
Bring him away. Oh, that I had been writ down in ash.
Yes, sir.
They all exit. Act 5, Scene 1 before Leonato's house. Enter Leonato and Antonio.
And if you go on thus, you will kill yourself. And 'tis not wisdom thus to second grief against yourself.
I pray thee cease thy counsel which falls into mine ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Give not me counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ear, but such one whose wrongs do suit with mine. Bring me a father that so loved his child, whose joy of her is overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak of patience. Measure his woe, the length and breadth of mine, and let it answer every strain for strain. And thus for thus, and such a grief for such in every lineament, branch, shape, and form. If such a one will smile and stroke his beard, bid sorrow wag, cry hem, and he should groan, patch grief with proverbs, make misfortune drunk with candle wasters. Bring him yet to me, and I of him will gather patience. But there is no such man, for, brother, men can counsel and speak comfort to that grief which they themselves not feel, but tasting it, their counsel turns to passion, which before would give perceptible medicine to rage, fetter strong madness in a silken thread, charm ache with air and agony with words. No, no, 'tis all men's office to speak patience to those that wring under the load of sorrow, but no man's virtue nor sufficiency to be so moral when he shall endure the like himself. Therefore give me no counsel, my griefs cry louder than advertisement.
Therein do men from children nothing differ.
I pray thee, peace. I will be flesh and blood, for there was never yet philosopher that could endure the toothache patiently. However, they have writ the style of gods and made a push at chance and sufferance.
Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There thou speakst reason. Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me Hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know. So shall the prince and all of them that thus dishonour her.
Here comes the prince and Claudio hastily.
Enter Don Pedro and Claudio.
Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords.
Have some haste, Leonato.
Some haste, my lord. Well, fare you well, my lord. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with this good old man.
If he could right himself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Marry, thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler, thou. Nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword, I fear thee not.
Marry, beshrew my hand if it should give your age such cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
Tush, Hush, man, never fleer and jest at me. I speak not like a dotard nor a fool, as under privilege of age to brag what I have done being young, or what would do were I not old. No, Claudio, to thy head that thou hast so wronged mine innocent child and me that I am forced to lay my reverence by, and with grey hairs and bruise of many days do challenge thee to a trial of a man. I say thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, in a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
Say not right, old man.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare. Despite his nice fence and his active practice, his May of youth and bloom of lustihood.
Away! I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so daff me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou kill'st me, boy, thou shalt kill a man.
He shall kill two of us, old and men indeed. But that's no matter. Let him kill one first. Win me and wear me. Let him answer me. Come follow me, boy. Come, sir boy, come follow me. Sir boy, I'll whip you from your pointing fence. Nay, as I am a gentleman, I will.
Brother.
Content yourself. God knows I loved my niece, and she is dead, slandered to death by villains, that dare as well answer a man indeed, as I dare take a serpent by the tongue. Boys, apes, braggarts, jacks, milksops.
Brother Anthony.
How do you content? What, men? I know them, yeah. And what they weigh, even to the utmost scruples, crumbling, outfacing, fashion-mongering boys, that lie and cog and flout, deprave and slander, go antically, shout athwart hideousness, and speak of half a dozen dangerous words, how they might hurt their enemies if they durst. And this is all.
But, Brother Anthony...
Tis no matter. Do not you meddle. Let me deal in this.
Gentlemen, both, we will not wake your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death. But on my honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord, my lord!
I will not hear you.
No? Come, brother, away, I will be heard.
And shall, or some of us will smart for it.
Leonardo and Antonio exit.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Enter Benedict.
Now, signor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, signor. You are almost come to part almost a fray.
We had liked to have had our two noses snapped off for two old men without teeth.
Otto and his brother, what thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt we should have been too young for them.
In the false quarrel there is no true valor. I came to seek you both.
We have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high proof melancholy, and would have fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side?
Never any did so. Thou very many have been beside their wit. I will bid thee draw, as we do the minstrels draw, to pleasure us.
I am an honest man. He looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
What courage, man! What thou care he killed a cat, thou hast mettle enough in thee to kill care.
Sir, I shall meet your wit in the career, and you charge it against me. I pray you choose another subject.
Nay then, give him another staff. This last was broke cross.
By this light he changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you so I may have good cheer.
What, a feast? A feast?
In faith, I thank him. He hath bid me to a calf's head and a capon, the which, if I do not carve most curiously, say my life's naught. Shall I not find a woodcock too?
Sir, your wit ambles well. It goes easily.
I'll tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. I said, thou hadst a fine wit. True, said she, a fine little one. No, said I, a great wit. Right, says she, a great gross one. Nay, says I, a good wit. Just, said she, it hurts nobody. Nay, said I, the gentleman is wise. Certainly, said she, a wise gentleman. Nay, said I, he hath the tongues. That I believe, said she, for he swore a thing to me on Monday night, which he forswore on Tuesday morning. There's a double tongue, there's two tongues. Thus did she, an hour together, transshape thy particular virtues, yet at last she concluded with a sigh, thou wast the properest man in Italy.
For the which she wept heartily and said she cared not.
Yes, that she did, but yet for all that, and if she did not hate him deadly, she would have loved him dearly. The old man's daughter told us all.
All, and moreover, God saw him when he was hid in the garden.
When shall we set the savage bull's horn on the sensible Benedict's head?
Yeah, and text underneath, here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. I will leave you now to your gossip-like humour. You break jests as braggarts do their blades, which, God be thanked, hurt not. My lord, for your many courtesies I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. For my Lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with him.
Benedict exits.
Is in earnest.
In most profound earnest, and I'll warrant you, for the love of Beatrice.
I have challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing man is when he goes into his doublet and hose and leaves off his wit.
He is then a giant to an ape, but then is an ape a doctor to such a man?
Soft you, let me be. Pluck up my heart and be sad. Did he not say my brother was fled?
Enter Dogberry, Verges, and the Watch with Conrad and Horatio.
Come you, sir, if justice cannot tame you. She shall ne'er weigh more reasons in her balance. Nay, and you be a cursed hypocrite. You must be looked to.
Now, two of my brother's men bound, Horatio one?
Hearken after their offence, my lord.
Officers, what offence have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have bellied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I ask thee what's their offence. Sixth and lastly, why they are committed, and to conclude what you lay to their charge.
Rightly reasoned, and in his own division, and by my troth, there's one meaning well suited.
If you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answer. This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offence?
Sweet prince, let me go no farther to mine answer. Do you hear me, and let this count kill me? I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, these shallow fools are brought to light, who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady Hero, how you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments, how you disgraced her when you should marry her. My villainy they have upon record, which I had rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation, and briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Is not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison while he uttered it.
Did my brother set thee onto this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
He is composed and framed of treachery, and fled he is upon this villainy.
Sweet Hero, Now the image does appear in the rare semblance that I loved at first.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. By this time our sexton hath reformed Signor Leonato of the matter, and masters, do not forget to specify when time and place shall serve. That I am an ass.
Yes, sir. Here comes Master Signor Leonato and the sexy sexton too. Yes.
Re-enter Leonato and Antonio with the sexton.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes, that, when I note another man like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
If you would know your wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath has killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain, thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honourable men, a third is fled, that had a hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done if you bethink you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet I sinned not, but in mistaking.
My soul nor I, and yet to satisfy this good old man, I would bend under any heavy weight that he'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live, that were impossible, but I pray you both possess the people in Messina how innocent she died, and if your love can labour aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb and sing it to her bones, sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning come you to my house, and since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost the copy of my child that's dead, and she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Oh, noble sir, your offer kindness don't throw tears from me. I do embrace your offer and dispose for henceforth of poor Claudio.
Tomorrow then I will expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man shall face to face be brought to Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired to it by your brother.
No, by my soul, she was not, nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me, but always have been just and virtuous in anything I do know by.
Moreover, sir, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment. And also, the watch heard them talk of one deformed. They say he wears a key in his ear and a lock hanging by it, and borrows money in God's name, the which he hath used so long and never paid, that now men grow hard-hearted and will lay nothing for God's sake. Pray you, examine him upon that point.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth. I praise God for you.
There's for thy pains.
God save the foundation! Ah!
Go, I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave an errant knave in your worship, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the example of others. God keep your worship. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart, and if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Come, thy neighbor.
Aye, sir.
Dogberry and Verges exit.
Until tomorrow morning, lords. Farewell.
Farewell, my lads. We look for you tomorrow.
Not fail.
Tonight, I'm one with Hero.
Bring you these fellows on. We'll talk with Margaret how her acquaintance grew with this Luke fellow.
They all exit. Scene 2, Leonato's garden. Enter Benedict and Margaret meeting.
Pray thee, sweet Mistress Margaret, serve well at my hand by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, as that no man living shall come over it. For in most comely truth thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me, why, shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is as quick as the greyhound's mouth. It catches.
And yours as blunt as the fencer's foils, which hit, but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret. I will not hurt a woman. And so, I pray thee, call Beatrice. I give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords, and we have bucklers of our own.
If you use them, Margaret, you must put in the pikes with a vice, and they are dangerous weapons for maids.
Well, I will call Beatrice to you, who I think hath legs.
And therefore will come.
Margaret exits, and Benedict sings.
The Lord above, the Lord of love, that sits above, he knows me, how pitiful I deserve. I mean in singing, but in loving. Leander the good swimmer, Troilus the first employer of panthers, and a whole book full of these quadrum carpetmongers, whose names yet run smoothly in the even road of blank verse. Why, they were never so truly turned over and over as my poor self in love. Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find out no rhyme to lady, but baby, an innocent rhyme. For scorn, horn, a hard rhyme. For school, fool, a babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot woo in festival terms.
Beatrice enters.
Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I call thee?
Yea, signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then is spoken. Fare you well now. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which was knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frightened the word out of his right sense so forcibly as thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. And I pray thee now, tell me for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they will not admit any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love. A good epithet! I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
It appears not in this confession. There's not one wise man among 20 that will praise himself.
An old instance, Beatrice, that lives in the time of good neighbours. If a man do not erect in his age his own tomb ere he dies, he shall live no longer in monument than the bell rings and the widow weeps.
And how long is that, think you?
Question. Why, an hour in clamour and quarter in room. Therefore it is most expedient for the wise, if Don Worm his conscience find no impediment to the contrary, to be the trumpet of his own virtues, as I am to myself. So much for praising myself, who, I myself will bear witness, is praiseworthy. Now, tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. There will I leave you too, for here comes one in haste.
Ursula enters.
Madam, you must come to your uncle. Yonder's old coil at home. It is proved my lady hero hath been falsely accused, the prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of all, who is fed and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you go hear this news, Signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
They all exit. Scene 3, a church. Enter Don Pedro, Claudio, and 3 or 4 with tapers.
Is this the monument of Leonardo?
It is, my lord.
Done to death by slanderous tongues was the hero that lies here. Death, in garden of her wrongs, gives her fame which never dies, so the life that died with shame lives in death with glorious fame. Hang thou here upon the tomb, praising her when I am dumb. Now, music, sound, sing your solemn hymn. Song. Hardened goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin nights, for the witch with songs of woe, round about her tomb they go. Midnight assist our moan to help us sigh and groan. Heavily, heavily, graves yawn and shield your dead, till death be uttered. Heavily, heavily. Now, unto thy bones good night. Yearly will I do this right.
Tomorrow, masters, put your torches out. The wolves have prayed, and look, the gentle day. Before the wheels of Phoebus round about dapples the drowsy east with spots of grey. And leave us, fare you well.
Good morrow, masters, each his several way.
Come, let us hence, and put on other weeds, and then to Leonardo's we will go.
And Hymen now with luckier issue speeds than this, for whom you ended up this woe.
They all exit. Scene 4, a room in Leonardo's house. Enter Leonardo, Antonio, Benedict, Beatrice, Margaret, Ursula, Friar Francis, and Hero.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So are the Prince and Claudio, who accused her upon the error that you heard debated. But Margaret was involved with this, although against her will, as it appears in the true course of all the question.
Well, I am glad that all things are so well.
And so am I, being else by faith enforced to call young Claudio to reckon for it.
Well, daughter, and you, gentlewomen all, withdraw into a chamber by yourselves, and when I send for you, come hither masked.
The ladies exit.
The Prince and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me. You know your office, brother. You must be father to your brother's daughter, and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, Signor?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Signor Leonato, truth it is, good signor, your niece regards me with an eye of favour.
That eye my daughter lent her. 'Tis most true.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
The sight whereof I think you had from me, from Claudio and the Prince, but what's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical, but for my will is your good will. May stand with ours this day to be conjoined in the state of honourable marriage, in which, good friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Here comes the Prince and Claudio.
Enter Don Pedro and Claudio, and 2 or 3 others.
Morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet determined today to marry with my brother's daughter?
Oh, hold my mind, was she in Ethiop?
Call her forth, brother. Here's the friar ready.
Antonio exits.
Morrow, Benedict. Why, what's the matter that you have such a February face so full of frost, of storm and cloudiness?
I think he thinks upon the savage bull. Tush, fear not, man. We'll tip thy horns with gold, and all Europa shall rejoice at thee, as once Europa did at lusty Jove, when he would play the noble beast in love.
Bold Jove, sir, had an amiable low, and some such strange bull leapt your father's cow and got a calf in the same noble feat, much like to you, for you have just his bleat.
For this I owe you. Here comes other reckonings.
Antonio re-enters with the ladies in masks.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same is she, and I do give you her.
Why, then she's mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No, that you shall not, till you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand before this holy friar. I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife.
She
And
takes
when
off
you
her ring.
loved, and when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero?
Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled. But I do live. As surely as I live, I am a maid.
Our hero? Hero that is dead.
She died, my lord, but whilst her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify, when after that the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime let wonder seem familiar, and to the chapel let us presently.
Soft and fair friar, which is Beatrice?
Beatrice on masks.
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
Why? No more than reason.
Why, then your uncle and the prince and Claudia have been deceived, for they swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Trust no! No, more than reason.
Why then, my cousin Margaret and Ursula are mine, for they did swear you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I am sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon that he loves her. For here's a paper written in his hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another, written in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedict.
A miracle. Here is our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee, but by this light I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace. I will stop your mouth.
They kiss.
How doth thou, Benedict, the married man?
I'll tell thee what, Prince. A college of wit crackers cannot fly me out of my humour. Dost thou think I care for a satire or an epigram? No, if a man will be beaten with brains, there shall wear nothing handsome about him. In brief, since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose that the world can say against it. And therefore, never flout at me for what I have said against it. For man is a giddy thing. And this is my conclusion. For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee. But in that thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised, and love my cousin.
I had well hoped thou wouldst have denied, Beatrice, that I might have cudgelled thee out of thy single life, to make thee a double dealer, which out of question thou will be, if my cousin do not look exceedingly narrow to thee.
Come, we are friends. Let's have a dance ere we are married, that we may lighten our hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have dancing afterward.
First, of my word, therefore play music. Prince, thou art sad. Get thee a wife. Get thee a wife. There is no staff more reverend than one tipped with horn.
A messenger enters.
My lord, your brother John is taken in flight, and brought with armed men back to Messina.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I'll devise thee brave punishments for him. Strike up, pipers!
And they dance. And the curtain falls.
Well done.
All right, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was great.
Good job, everybody.
That was fun.
That was really fun. Wow.
So what happens now?
Well, we part, we say goodbye. I will not finish today, but maybe on another stream, on my own. Because it is a bit tiring.
We understand. It looks amazing.
We get to plug all our
It
stuff.
is
does.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
I hate my
So-
Claudio, but it's alright.
No,
It's
no.
good.
Good Claudio.
Good.
It's so good.
It's good.
Definitely,
Yes.
Claudia.
And I will probably, when it's done, we can post it on Twitter or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for all your work. That was great.
Shall we run through everyone and
Yeah, so
give people a chance to pluck something?
who were sure, maybe in order of in the Discord. So Akane first. Do you have anything
Sure.
to
What did you
Hi.
play?
Yeah, I'm Akane. I played Ursula and the Second Watchman. I have nothing to plug, but this was super fun, and I'm already looking forward to the next play.
So I'm Anviri. Hi. I have a Twitter and you can find me there, but it's in French. So if you can speak French, you're welcome. Like you please come. But otherwise, just that was great. I'm very happy I could draw here.
Atlas?
Yes. Hi, I'm Atlas, and I played the messenger who appears in the beginning and the end. I also do run the Croakspeare Discord. Not the Discord. I run the Croakspeare Twitter partially, and that's what I'm gonna plug is the Twitter. It's in the, the description. Is that the word?
The panels.
The panels. It's in the panels. The Twitter. You guys should go and follow that to know when we are streaming next.
Casper?
Hello, sorry. Pro gamer here. I guess the two things I could plug is one, my Twitter, which is at Casper Grimshaw, and currently I am live streaming. I'm going to be doing a post stream talk of the about the play, and anyone here is welcome to join if you want.
Nice. Do you want us to raid you?
Sure, it's up to you. I'm
Well,
literally
I think
just
we're gonna raid somebody else, but
All right.
okay.
Okay.
It's up to whatever. But I figured I'm taking cheese and we're gonna go talk about what happened in the play and just work on what the current thing we're working on in Minecraft. So
You can put your just handle in the or Twitch link, whatever, in the chat if you like.
sure, I will do that.
Cheesable?
I'm Cheesable. I played Horatio. As always, an absolute delight to play very evil, fun characters. I don't really have anything to plug other than I'm hanging out with Casper and playing Minecraft, so that's it for me.
Sinforia?
Hi, I'm Sin, and I played Beatrice. Find me on Twitter at Sinforia, Cinphoria. I don't have anything personal to plug, but y'all should go check out Geek and Sundry's RPG shows that are run by Eric Campbell, or the one that is all women. They are very queer and very good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very good show. I do agree.
Nice.
I've seen it before.
Agree. Cloud? Oh, no, sorry. Cranberry.
Hi, I'm Cranberry. I played Leonato, and I guess I can plug my Twitter. My handle is @jamcranberries. I'm gonna type it in chat.
Yeah? Crow?
Hi, I'm Crow. I played Friar Francis.
Very hard because I'm.
I don't really have anything to plug. So yeah, it was just great to do this with you all. You were all absolutely amazing. I'm gonna be with Caspar after the show as well.